What's up, YouTube? Vengefulsorrow here once again. Back again with another drinking video. Today is Monday, September 8th, 2025. And we got ourselves a Steel Reserve. The good stuff. Now, it's... I hear that the game's going on, so I know that halftime's over. But I went out and got this during halftime. For the Monday Night Football game, and it's the Vikings and the Bears, and the game is straight booty cheeks. The game is ass, like mega ultra ass. It's boring as shit, and this is intended to fix that. I couldn't stand it. My entire plan for the day, like my entire plan for the night, was to just chill and watch this football game, right? And it's boring as shit. So, cheers. You know, maybe it's not boring. Maybe it's not. But compared to every other game this past weekend, it is boring. Because last night's game was fucking fantastic. It was amazing. With the Bills coming back in the last couple minutes to win that game. And just the performances by everybody. Everybody did such a good job. Until the last 4 minutes, the Ravens collapsed. Maybe it was a little bit more than 4 minutes. The fourth quarter, the Ravens collapsed. But they were killing it beforehand. And it was just a good game. And then, you know, the Bucks game, that was good. We won, of course. So, you know, that's good. And then, what else? I watched the Chiefs lose on Friday, I think. And that was awesome. And then the Cowboys lost on Thursday. Every night's been a good game, except for this piece of shit. They picked the worst game. Who the fuck cares about the Bears? They've sucked ass for like 20 years now, and they've not gotten any better. They haven't. So, hey, but football's back, baby. Let's go. It is good to watch football. I didn't do shit yesterday. I worked, but it was a short day, and I was home by halftime for the Bucks game. And I watched all the highlights from the first half, and then I was able to watch the second half, and that was good shit. But from like, what time? 2:30? From 2:30 to fucking 12 o'clock when that last game ended. I didn't do shit but sit there and watch football. And that felt great. That felt great. I love doing that. Haven't done that shit in like, 8 months or something. Football is great. And you know what? I will mention this right now. For anybody who's watching and is a fan of football, NFL football. The new kickoff rules, I'm not entirely sure on what they are. I think the ball has to land beyond the 20-yard line or something. Otherwise, it comes all the way out to the 40. And if it lands in the end zone, it comes back to the 25 or some shit like that. I don't know what the rules are. They've changed every year for the last like 6 or 7 years. But whatever the fuck they did, it's working. Because back in the day, when I was growing up, you would watch kick returns all the time. And then for like this like 7 or 8 year stretch, there's no kick returns because the kicker just kicks it out the back of the end zone. Now, every kickoff after a score is getting returned. Every one. and it's actually fun to watch. So, I guess props on that, because they actually did a little something that worked for once, instead of just making everything boring. But yeah, honestly, man, it's been a good weekend for football. I just wish that this game wasn't ass. Like, who the fuck cares? Neither of these teams are good. It's like having the Browns play the fucking... It's like having the Browns play the Titans or something. Two ass teams. Like, that's shit. Nobody wants to fucking watch that. I guarantee you not even fucking Browns fans or Titans fans would want to watch that. Of course, it's the first game of the year, so this is our year for every team, right? It ain't either of these teams' years. There is so much talent around the league. Sorry, I turned this whole thing into an NFL rant, but there is a lot of freaking talent at quarterback that I've watched over the last few games or few days. Jalen Hurts is great. Justin Herbert killed it against the Chiefs. Of course, Patrick Mahomes is good. And you know what? I actually have respect for Patrick Mahomes a little bit more because he played a good game on Friday. And everybody on the Chiefs was ass except for Patrick Mahomes. And I actually thought that it was nice that they didn't call as many flags as they should have. Or not should have. They shouldn't have called that many flags as they normally do. Because the refs just like... They just sucked that dick of Mahomes, you know, or the Chiefs in general. And they didn't call nearly as many penalties in their favor as they normally do. So, and you actually got to see that Patrick Mahomes is actually fucking talented. I used to think he was just, you know, the golden child who was just getting the pass. But no, he's actually talented. And then, of course, Baker Mayfield... He's not the best, but he's good. You know, you can't say he's bad. He's good. And then fucking Jordan Love. I was watching the Lions and Packers game. Jordan Love is great. Like he's like in that vein of like Favre, Rodgers, and now Love. He's that next step. Man. So for them to say like who the fuck's the quarterback on the Vikings? J.J. McCarthy, I think is his name. And Caleb Williams for the Browns. Those guys are not going anywhere. They're going to be perennial backups in about a year or two. Oh, we got some good ones here. Anyway, I'm only drinking, and it's 10 o'clock at night right now, but I'm only drinking because I'm off tomorrow. However, being off on a Tuesday doesn't mean shit because they're probably going to call me in. However, if they call me in, I'm going to say no. And the reason I'm going to say no is because I haven't had a day off since fucking 2 weeks ago. Not like actual 14 days, 2 weeks, but it was like, I think it was Monday. No, it was Sunday it was Sunday of last week. So this is 7 or 8 days. I don't know what it actually is. I think it's 8 days straight that I've worked. And I was in such a productive mood a week ago, and just working so much and having to like do extra after I'm finished with my job. I've just been coming home and being lazy, taking a nap, playing Guitar Hero, and not doing the things that I need to be doing to get myself and my house up to the level that I want it to be, you know? So what I'm basically trying to say is I would like a day off So yeah, I'm not scheduled tomorrow, and I'm not gonna work tomorrow. There's only one circumstance where they can get me to work, and that's if my regular carrier who's on the route that I sub for, if he calls out, I kind of have to go in. But that would guarantee that they would have to give me a day off later in the week because they can't actually work me 7 days in a week. They would have to find coverage for one of my days later in the week because they're not allowed to work me 7 days. I think that's in the contract for the union. I'm not actually in the union because I think it costs like $40 to $45 a month to be in the union. Do you know what $45 a month can do for me? $45 a month is my water bill. $45 a month is food for a week. I'm not going to pay $45 a month to be a member of a union that I don't need. Now, sure, the union negotiates contracts and stuff like that once every 3 years, 4 years. And they also do mediation for disciplinary things, right? This is all at the post office in case you're confused about what I'm talking about and you didn't know where I work. They do mediation for disciplinary things. I strive to be a good employee. Why do I strive to be a good employee? It's not because I care. I don't give a shit. I do understand that if somebody has a check coming or a package that they deserve it, they paid for it, they're expecting it, they should get it. I will not steal that. I will not falsify any information. I will do my best to get them their package. It's my job after all. And me stealing, let's say there's $100 bill in the window of a letter or something. I'd be like, oh man, I could just take that. No. I could get $100 now and lose my job and actually probably face prosecution because messing with mail is actually a felony. And I'm not willing to risk that. And I don't want to anyway. It's not mine to steal. I'm just the guy who's delivering it. It's not mine to steal. Just because I have access to it doesn't mean that I should be able to even steal it. That shouldn't even be in my mind, and it's not, so anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to be a good employee, and it's not because I care, except for that I do care that the customer gets what they want. And I say customer even though it's a free service for people who don't, who just get mail. It's a free service. And that's exactly why I skip mailboxes that have their fucking trash cans in front of them. Or if they park in front of their mailbox, you're not getting your mail that day. It's a free service. You do not pay to get your mail. Now, if you ordered a package, you did pay. You paid shipping. I will give you your package. But USPS, United States Postal Service, is a service. It is a free service. And if you park in front of your mailbox that day, you're not going to get your mail. Just saying. And that is everybody's mindset in the post office. It's not an official rule. We're supposed to get out and deliver it. But I promise you, you're not getting your mail that day. But I strive to be a good employee because the less that management thinks about you, I'm not talking about they think lower of you, the less that they have you in their mind and the less attention you draw, the less that they will even look at you. I just want to be a ghost. I want to go in, do my job, and go home. That's it, right? That's why I got this job. That is literally the reason I got this job. I applied to 30 different places when I got fired from my other job. And I had interviews with a few other places. I had talked with a few other people who used to work at my old job, who worked in other jobs and industries, and they were talking about having me go there. There was no interviews, there was no application, but I talked with them, and they would have hired me had I put an application in. But the industry I was in starting out, even though I had experience starting out, I would have been making 15 or 16 bucks an hour, which, it's okay if you actually can get overtime. But the job that I ultimately took was the post office. I did have a friend who worked in the post office, and I God, I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry. He told me to apply, and I did, and he used his influence to get me up in there. And it makes, I think we make like 20 bucks an hour. I could be wrong. I think there's supposed to be like a raise every once in a while. I haven't had a raise in over a year and a half. I've been there 2 years. I haven't had a raise in like over a year and a half. There's supposed to be a raise every 6 months. So, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it is. I just do my job and go home. Anyway, I completely lost track of what I was thinking about. I am so sorry. But, I'm drinking. Oh yeah, the union, right? The union gives you, they help with disciplinary things, but I don't be a bad employee. I don't do anything wrong. So I don't need the union for that, number one. Number two, I have union protections anyway. Even if I do not pay the union, I'm bound by their contract, which means they have to represent me. So I could call them to defend me at any moment if I needed to. So anyway, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. We're talking about football. We're talking about why the fuck I'm drinking, because I'm off tomorrow, and if I there's only one way they could get me to go in. But anyway, I don't know how we got here, but we're here, and it's 18 minutes later, and I don't know how the fuck that happened. But I'm going to finish this little bit off, and then I'm going to go check the score. It's probably still ass, because this game was so boring, bro. These quarterbacks suck. Like super suck. And and we'll probably just check out the game until I pass out. So appreciate you watching, joining, listening to my rant about bullshit. I don't even know if it made any coherent sense, but you know what? I'm going to upload it anyway, because why the fuck not? And I will see you guys at some point in the future. So, peace.